All right, folks, welcome back to Firewater Farm Sawmill. Today, we have some beams we cut, white oak, and while we were cutting them, there were, I think, a red oak and a maple in there. We went ahead and cut it as well, got mixed into the pile. But what we're doing, we're cutting them in beams. They're like 9.5 by 9.5, somewhere around that range. And we're gonna stick them on a cart, we'll kiln dry them. It's gonna take a long time to dry this. This is a lot of wood, but we expect that. So we're looking at probably at least 3 weeks to dry these. I don't know, maybe more. Got them loaded up on this old 600. Had to take the log bunks off. We got log bunks that slide down in the stake pockets on this bed, and we had them built like that so we could take them off, remove them, and use this for a flatbed to transport the final product back, from the kiln and back up to the mill. So real nice setup. It's an older truck, but works good for what we do. Good old farm truck, you can't beat them. But this is what we're doing. Gonna load this up, gonna get it to drying. So y'all hang on and enjoy the video. Look at that tape measure. What in the world happened to that thing, you reckon? We go through them, don't we? Look at it. Yeah, doggone thing's just twisted. That's for measuring them curved logs. That's what that's for. Put that on the other side right there. Same thing, be fine right there. All right, folks, we got all of our white oak loaded up here. Like I said, there's, I think, 2 red oaks and this on top is a piece of maple. We got all this stuff loaded down. It is heavy. We tried to stack it on here as good as we can, space it out. I really like to head 4-inch right here instead of 3. Get a little bit more airflow on these big beams, but if I done the 4-inch, it wouldn't have fit in on one cart. And maybe I should have just done 2 carts, but all this is kind of pushing down on top of each other. It's gonna dry good, so. It's a lot of white oak, guys, and we're about to see if we can roll this thing in the kiln, so let's see what happens. Another thing, folks, on these big beams we're doing, we anchor sealed them and went back and painted them. I had some leftover paint, so not only they anchor sealed, we went ahead and painted them too. We're trying to minimize the cracks on the end grain, trying to keep it together. It's holding pretty good. These beams have been sitting for a little while, so just trying to protect them as much as I can, because believe it or not, guys, that really makes a big difference. Folks, these right here are what you call your socks. They go into your water canister for your wet bulb. What they do, they wick moisture out of the canister and the wet bulb gets a reading, and that's more or less kind of like the humidity in this chamber. That's how the unit controls when to turn the compressor on and when to cut it off. Just to show you what we got here, I buy this stuff in little bags from Nyle. It comes so many feet. Can't remember actual footage, but that's what something looks like right there that we're about to use. So, yeah, all it is little cotton pieces. Cut me a piece about like that. That's it. That's the wick for it. And I usually soak one end of it, get it good and wet, right, especially if I got a new piece I'm using. And then I stick the other end back in there, just fish that through there. We're gonna leave that like that because we're gonna add some water to it. So that's it. Got our probes hooked up. We're getting ready to turn it on.